Hi guys, it's Miss Simon. So I want to make this video today to help you guys out with science, okay? Remember we were talking about energy in science, and let's review that energy is, remember, the ability to do work. So yesterday we looked at 4 different things that energy help us do, okay? So I want you to kind of think back, what are those 4 different things that energy helps us do, those 4 main things? Remember the first one was body repair? Okay, so when we eat that food, that chemical energy from that food allows our body to repair itself. The second thing was growth. So the more food we eat, the bigger we grow. So that energy allows us to grow. Okay, that third thing was warmth. Energy allows us to stay warm. And that fourth thing was movement. Energy allows us to move. Okay. Remember, all that energy is chemical energy because it's being broken down in food. All right, so let me share my screen with you today because then we're gonna talk about that chemical energy found in food today and what exactly it's called. Okay, we know it's chemical energy, but there's a process that it has to go to in order for it to be used, in order for us to use it as energy. Okay, so remember in your notes, if I highlight it, you need to write it down in your notes, and you can pause this video anytime so you can add it to your notes. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is how do we get the energy out of food? Okay, so go ahead and put that down. How do we get the energy out of food? So we know that our food is chemical energy. We learned that a couple of days ago, but it doesn't just magically become usable. It goes through a process, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So chemical energy is found in our food, and cellular respiration is the process in our body that releases the energy stored in food for our use. So go ahead and write that down. We know that that food is chemical energy, and cellular respiration is the process of getting the energy. So today, that's what we're going to focus on. We're focusing on cellular respiration. Again, cellular respiration is the process in which our body releases energy stored in food. Okay, so cellular respiration allows our body to get the energy. So we must eat food, okay? As humans, we know that, okay? So we must consume food. Remember, consume means to eat. Okay, so animals, including humans, because we are animals as well, okay, must eat plants or animals that ate plants or animals that ate other plant-eating animals to get energy, okay? So as humans, we eat either animals that ate plants or we eat plants. So one form or another, we're getting our energy from either other animals or we're getting our energy from plants, okay? So we must eat plants or animals that ate plants or animals that ate other plant-eating plants. Okay, so ultimately our energy is coming from those plants. And because we have to eat, we have to consume food, we're called consumers. Okay, so due to the fact that animals eat in order to get energy, they are called consumers. Okay, plants, on the other hand, they make their own food, so they're called producers. They produce their own, they make their own, so they're called producers. We have to eat, we have to consume, so we are called consumers. All right, moving on. Make sure you have that down. Okay, so we have to consume food. because we are consumers. Now going back to cellular respiration, remember cellular respiration is how the food gets broken down into energy that we can use. So humans and other organisms release the energy stored in food through a chemical reaction called cellular respiration. Okay, so cellular respiration is a chemical reaction that releases the energy stored in food. Okay, so go ahead and add this in. Humans, other organisms release the energy stored in food through a chemical reaction called cellular respiration. So cellular respiration is a chemical reaction that's happening inside your body when you eat food. So for cellular respiration to happen, you need two things, okay? You need oxygen and you need sugar, okay? The oxygen comes from the air, the sugar comes from the food. So go ahead and write that down. This process occurs in the cell and needs oxygen from the air and sugar from the food to work. So cellular respiration needs oxygen and it needs sugar. All right, moving on. All right, so with cellular respiration, the oxygen we breathe is used to break down the food and sugar, which is then broken down even further, okay? The chemical energy stored in the sugar is released for the organisms to use. Okay, so we can kind of think back. So when we're using that food, what four things are we using the food to do again? Think back. Remember, body repair, growth, warmth, and movement. So cellular respiration allows us to break down that energy and able to do those four things with the energy from the food. Okay, so I like to think of cellular respiration as an equation, okay? So because as you guys know, I'm a very mathematical person. Okay, so cellular respiration, this is the equation for cellular respiration. Make sure you still have cellular respiration at the top, okay? This is your equation for cellular respiration. Food plus oxygen equals energy plus carbon dioxide plus water. So you take in the food and the oxygen, okay? And out of the food and the oxygen that you take in, you get energy, which you want, and then carbon dioxide and water are just byproducts. They're extra things that you get out of it, but they're still important in the equation. So cellular respiration is food plus oxygen equals energy plus carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, and as you can see, this cheeseburger. So as you're eating this cheeseburger, your food is going in your mouth plus that oxygen that you're breathing. And once your body breaks it down, you end up with energy. We breathe out carbon dioxide and water. All right, so let's look at this question. How does respiration help humans and other organisms? It makes energy from food. It releases energy stored in food. It stores the energy in food, or it releases energy into the air. Okay, well remember, it's not making the energy. The energy is already in the food. So the chemical reaction occurs for B, it releases energy in the food. Okay. Which chemical is a waste product of respiration? Remember, it's just extra you get out of cellular respiration. So we know we put in food and oxygen, we get energy out of it, but what other two things do we get? We get water and what else? You said carbon dioxide, you are correct, because remember, we breathe out carbon dioxide. All right, so this is where we will pick up with next week, okay? Tomorrow you will have a review sheet that you need to kind of fill out, and Friday you will have your first quiz in science for the 9 weeks. Have a great day. Bye.